Hi, in today's video, we're going to do an Omaha real estate market update for the month of September, and we're going to start right now. Now, in today's video, we're going to do an Omaha real estate market update for the month of September. But hey, what I want you to do is make sure you watch to the end, because I'm going to share with you a resource in order for you to pull some of your own stats. So you want to make sure you watch to the end of the video. Now, let's look at today's inventory. Now, our current inventory for September 19th, 2021, we have 1,045 homes on the active market. Now, when you compare this with March, in March, we only had 553 homes on the active market. So we've doubled our inventory since March. So what you're starting to see in our marketplace is, number one, that buyers are starting to go back and do smart things like conducting home inspections. So you're seeing home inspections come back into play. You're also starting to see more VA and FHA buyers. So those are giving those folks an opportunity to buy a home. You're starting to see agents having a listing long enough to actually hold an open house. Now, back in March, the home would sell so quickly it wouldn't make it to Sunday for an open house. So you're actually starting to see more and more agents holding open houses, which is a good thing. Now, the other thing that you're starting to see is that when you're setting up showings, it used to be you'd go set up a showing for 3 or 4 homes back in March, and 3 out of the 4 would already have been sold, or they would have already had 5 or 6 offers. So you're starting to, there's still some multiple offer situations out there, but you're not seeing it as much. So that's a good thing if you're a buyer. Now, if you're a seller, you got to be realistic. You still got to set a realistic sales price, and you may not be like your neighbor down the street that had 25 offers and it sold for $50,000 over list price for cash, and they didn't have an inspection, or they even waived the appraisal. So it's not going to be the same market if you're a seller. Now, here's the thing. Is the market crashing? And the answer is no. We still have a very low inventory. When you look at 1,000 homes on the market for Douglas and Sarpy County, and then you look at the number of homes that we sold last month, we still have less than 1 month's supply of homes on the market. So we still have a low inventory. All right, so let's look back at the month of August 2021. Now, last month we had 1,130 homes sell, and our median sold price was $248,950, and our median days on market was 3 days on the market. Now, how does that compare to August of 2020? In August of 2020, we had about the same number of homes sell. We had 1,118 homes sell last year. The median sold price was $225,000. So we've had, again, we're seeing significant increase in home prices. And just like last year, the homes were selling quickly. The median days on market for 2020 was 3 days on the market. Okay, now I'm going to share my screen with you because I want to go over some more data for you. Again, one of the things that are driving this crazy market are interest rates. Now, when you look at interest rates, that's giving buyers, even though homes prices have increased, it gives a buyer a lot more buying power. When you look at the 30-year fixed rate mortgage rate, and this is from nerdwallet.com, it's 2.01%. It's below 3, which gives, again, that's a great interest rate. Okay, another thing we're going to look at is lumber prices, because lumber prices have been crazy the last couple of months, but you're starting to see things, they're starting to come down and settle down a little bit. Back in April, again, it was over $1,700 for 1,000 board feet. Some places lumber wasn't even available. Now you're starting to see where it came down, and now it's right around $633 for 1,000 board feet. So some builders kind of, I think they hit the pause button back in May when it got so high. So now you're starting to see some new construction being completed. One of the great things about the Omaha area is our diverse economy. We have a very low unemployment rate. Now, when you look at nationwide, at the United States, the U.S. unemployment rate right now is 5.7%. Now, when you compare that to the Omaha area, Omaha has a 3.5% unemployment rate. We have one of the lowest unemployment rates in the country. And when you look at Douglas and Sarpy County in particular, Douglas County, which has a 2.6% unemployment rate, and Sarpy County has a 1.9% unemployment rate. So there's a lot of job growth in Sarpy County area. They need workers. So if you're thinking about relocating to the Omaha area, our low unemployment rate is a good reason why you'd want to live here. All right, another resource that you can access is if you go to omaharealtors.com, and in the upper right-hand corner, they're going to have a tab called Market Stats. Click on that tab, and then you can get a report on either the Omaha area, the entire MLS, or the Lincoln area. And if you go to the Omaha area under August, it'll give you a nice 14-page report that you can dive a little bit deeper into some of these stats. You know, for example, if you look at this one here, it's new construction overview. It'll show you the new listings, the pending sales, the median closed price, and you can compare year to date this year versus last year. Year to date, new construction was $363,578, and you compare that year to date in 2020, it was $335,305. So it's up 8.4%. So you can see those reports, and it'll do the same thing for existing homes. You can see what the median sales price, the increase in prices in our market. And you can also see, if you go to the very first page, you can look at over the last several years what our market has done. And I'm just going to clean this up a little bit and take out and just look at the Omaha area, but you can see this graph, how nicely that continues just to move upward. So that's another resource that you have available that you can access, and it's out there for anybody, but it'll show you what's going on in the Lincoln market, the Omaha market, and the entire MLS.